everybody, and welcome to Team Proxy the Power. I'm Amnar, and this is going to be round 2 with Selesnya Air Support. We won the dice roll, so we'll be going first. Very one-drop heavy hand. Say good luck and have fun. I think it's keepable though, so we can do one turn. Turn 1 Thraben, turn 2 Thraben, Evolving Wilds, turn 3 Thraben Servant. Let's see if it can work. Alright, coming up against Zombie Neko, another one of our PDC regulars. Shout out to him. Lead off with a Thraben Inspector. I like that guy. Staple in a lot of white decks, both in standard and standard Pauper. Allows you to have a little bit of card draw going forward. I think we're going to keep on with our plan. Go get a green here. Play all the 1-drops. Zombie Neko playing red today. Not really sure what that means. Totally blanked on that. Well, I do expect starting off to make a couple of mistakes because I'm new to recording here. Glad we could go through them together. Alright, black-red. Looks like some madness. Kinda glad we did that, so we can play an audible here. Go Free Blade into Inspector. Let's go ahead and F6. Got plenty of card draw. But we need a way to push the token Free Blade through. Or a way to push any damage through. Got a Tormenting Voice here, discarding a Swamp. Probably full up on lands, and there's Mr. Annoying Skeleton. He'll be able to chump block our ground guys all day. Probably should have waited on that land. Let's get the rock out now so we can start getting some air damage. Normally red-black doesn't play any air, any flyers other than Vulture Havens. Got tons of lands. Makes sense since he discarded some. Thankfully, no real big threats. Although we're starting to come up on 4-drops. Tormenting Voice, discarding Mountain. All the lands. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 6 lands he's got. Okay, this time we're going to crack a clue before we play our land, in case we just happen to get a forest. We get a Lagak, so we'll do it again. We can still play a plains no matter what we draw. So we've got that. Kind of a ground stall. So let's push through our 1 point of air damage. Next turn we can come in with an Aven and start increasing our air threats. Hopefully he'll go ahead and put a damage or kill spell on that rock, but okay. Come on, green mana. It's kind of what I need at this point. Well, crap. Oh, that misplay is killing me. But at least I still have white spells so far. He has drawn more cards than me, a lot more cards. Oh well, let's just go ahead and put out our Air Force. Hopefully we can come up with a support spell or something soon. Question here is, which guys would I support? I can always support the Free Blade to try to get him to use his Aven to block, clearing the skies. Uh-oh. Here comes the enabler. If I go with the Free Blade now, he can block here to here. I think let's just go, yeah, let's see if we can try and tempt that and get in the 3 points in the air. I've got another Free Blade here and nothing else to really do this turn. Let's try. Make him think I have a trick or something. Here we go. If I'm really lucky, he takes the bluff. He didn't. Going for that and a reanimate. Still get 2 points of damage in, but trade a Free Blade for half of a card. Oh well. Cast another one. And this really makes me want to support the Thraben Inquisitors. Because he's red-black, he could be playing... Uh-oh. He's playing a bunch of creatures that are 2/2s or 2/1s or 1/2s. So a 2/3 should be able to get through all of them. Yep. I need green mana really badly. Okay, so... Oh, see? Is he going to attack, though? Yikes. Let's get rid of all my air support. I guess not. Forests do not want to come and visit me today. I'm not a very smart man. He's got that, plus he's still got the one in the graveyard to make a 2/2 for blocking. Still got a mana up for Fiery Temper. And I keep drawing planes. Awesome. Still game 1 too. Getting really grindy. I'm looking for a shoulder to shoulder or a forest. I really need a forest. Oh man. Come on. No whammies, no whammies. This is the problem with doing deck techs and videos. Other people watch them and learn your weaknesses. So now the way in the air is clear for him. He can just start pinging me for 2 every turn, while sifting through all of his dead draws with Mad Prophet. Mad Prophet is one of those cards that sparks the debate. Is PDC standard Pauper? Currently in PDC, we don't have a standard Pauper filter. So to make things easier and less confusing for people, you can use any card that appears... Well, that's interesting. We can go ahead and do that to negate his air superiority. And just hope we keep drawing to some green. Anyways, you can use any card that appears in both standard filter and common filter whenever building your PDC decks. We do this because there was confusion with the first few tournaments. We've been trying it out for the past 1 or 2 seasons now, maybe 2 or 3. What is he doing? More profits? Oh my. still no forests. However, there's been a debate saying that PDC decks are not standard Pauper decks. Because if we had the filter, cards like Mad Prophet or Grasp of Darkness would not be legal. I agree in the definition. However, there's not a lot of people doing standard Pauper content or tournaments outside of PDC. Personally, I love standard Pauper. It started off as an excuse or something to do with all these extra draft commons that me and my friends had around. We could all make competitive decks, and the guy with the biggest wallet wasn't winning because he had mythic rares and planeswalkers. However, yep, I'm pretty much just been waiting for him to overpower me at this point. I'm going to take it for now in hopes of trying to support later. Stall this out a little bit more. About a minute ahead. Personally, I love standard Pauper. And I will continue to make decks and content for whatever has the biggest standard Pauper audience. Right now, that is the people in the Pauper Deck Challenge or the PDC community. If you play standard Pauper, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see, what kind of decks, and whether or not you agree with PDC allowing uncommons that have once been printed as common. Until then, I'll just keep going with whatever I'm normally making videos for. And we'll see how that goes. Now he's coming in here with a lot of things that I can block and not lose anything. I would still take 4 if he only attacked with his 2/2s. But let's see if he's actually drawing a card here. Madness. The enchantment. Ooh, he's going to buff somebody. Extra 2 points of damage on McKindy Aeronaut. The only reason he can do that is... I think that might have been a misclick. So now he's got to, yeah. I think he meant to do that on his own Mad Prophet. Well, that helps me a little bit. I'm not completely dead. Only one of my guy dies. Now he's debating on what to do about it, whether he should continue to overcorrect. Yeah, he just mentioned it in the comments. Figured you meant to click the Prophet. Going void on that guy. Yeah, I probably definitely meant the Prophet. Meanwhile, I'm stuck on the back foot here. I'm just waiting for death or green mana. Oh, lordy, lordy. He's probably going to do another burn spell to combo. I want to take 5. Yeah. Legak it up. Oh, let's see. Yep, there's another buff. It's interesting. He's the first Red-Black Madness deck I've seen. It runs that enchantment and plays it like an instant. And Tormenting Voice discarding a swamp. Yup. Not looking good. Okay, so even if I block here and block here, he still comes 2, 4, 5. Good game. Concede. Alright. Now, since he has those things, Rabid Bite is terrible. Now, it does have air, so let's get those guys to swat down his Avens. You really did not like my flyers, so I need to protect those. Again, do you think he runs artifact removal? Don't play around what you don't see. Okay. Anything else in here would be good? Enchantment removal. Pacifisms are not good. Because if I pacify a Mad Prophet, he's still sitting there. So, what instead? Right now I got 30 creatures. It's a lot. Servants are not good. He's going to exile them with his 3 damage spell. And too hard to keep in this matchup. So let's put in some hard removal. Gonna make room for the other purge. On the play, token free blades. He had the skeletons. He had the other dudes. He had neonates. The Avens. Yeah, let's just go with this, trying to overload his removal. Here we go into game 2. Let's go first. Even mana, 2-drop, kind of a slow hand. Hope we don't have more mana problems. It's kind of been our curse today. It doesn't matter, so we'll just lead off with the plans and go. Alright. He also had a slow start, no insolent neonate. And a bunch of green, but at least I can cast my 3 drops. Here I'd rather another plains, so I can cast a sensor, protect them with the Shrouding Mist. You get a skeleton? No? Interesting. You can go get that and burn me out, so let's go ahead and continue with that plan. Putting that on him to make him a 4 toughness, get him outside of touch, have that protect until then. Only thing that hurts me is a murderous compulsion. Excuse me. I'll try to mute it whenever I cough like that. Alright. Let's prevent that damage. Sweet! Now, let's get down this guy. Alright, if we can search up our lucky plains. We already have a lucky forest. We need a little more luck. I found that all competitors, no matter what sport, whether it be Magic or baseball or football, all have their little superstitions. People shuffle their decks their certain ways, cut certain ways. They have lucky jersey, lucky t-shirts, lucky socks. I have lucky plains. Stalwart Avon isn't very lucky today. But yes, I got these full art planes, a regular one and a full one, for a promo one day. Can't even remember what for now. Okay. Equip that guy, drop another fire. Let's go ahead and fake like we have another Protection spell. Slow and steady wins the race. You can come out with a Prophet here, or an Aven to block us, which would be really unfortunate. Now here, I'm going to pause for a second, do a little bit of fake. A little fake out. Caterpillar. Interesting. I think for now we're just going to put out a spider. Continue our pump fake. I usually don't like playing a caterpillar until there's an enchantment already on the board. I don't want him to get removed by a damage spell. I like saving till I can play and activate it same turn. Well, there's kind of a reason to put him down. Get in that extra damage. Well, poo. Yeah. If he wants to waste a damage spell on a 1/1 for 1, I guess that's an upgrade. Until then, I'll just keep whittling him down. He kinda didn't draw any creatures. Let's see, there was the guy who makes zombies, the neonate, the prophet, the skeleton, and the Aven. It's like 20. Has he played any? No. He's got a spell and land heavy hand. He hasn't missed a land drop yet. Still got 4 in the grip. Well, let's see. Only 9 lands left in the deck, he says in the chat. Let's go ahead and give him a little frowny face. It's rough. I hate it when that happens. So yeah, he had a bunch of removal. Things weren't going to stick. Yeah, let's run like this. I was actually scared that he'd be playing black-white allies, because I believe that's what he played last weekend. That matchup's a little shaky. I mean, they have the 1/4 flyer who gains a life. You gain a life whenever he's tapped. They have the 4/5 who gains life whenever you gain life. Who gains flying whenever you gain life. Overall, they have a pretty impressive air game. Oh no. Mulligan. We're gonna keep this one. I really hate mulliganing. I usually keep most 2-landers. Okay, let's see here. I've got plays for turn 1, 2, and 3. Can't play a Thraben on 1. So we're gonna go ahead and bottom this in hopes for either drawing a plane so I can Thraben on 1, or drawing, I don't know, shoulder to shoulder maybe. Alright. Game 3. Leading off with a neonate. Got a shoulder to shoulder though. That's cool. Let's get the right one this time. Start off with the lucky planes. My superstition says whichever full out promo planes is on the right, that's the luckiest one. Coming up with the ghoul color. He looks like he's going to be curving out pretty well. If that happens, you know, it's not too good for me. Here's the problem. Whatever I play has a high likelihood of facing a removal spell. So, ugh. Wish I had another 2-drop instead of the Aven, because then I can 2-drop next turn both of those. Turn 4 shoulder to shoulder, and hopefully 2 of them will survive. But let's just get down our lucky forest and hope our rock survives. You can block a ghoul color. Yep. I mean, I can't really see anything here. lucky impulses. Good job. Good bloody job. So turn 3. Turn 4, I have 4 mana. I can do that and that. I can play that and support at 1. Let's go for the greedy play. Kind of behind here. I need something to help catch up. Oh, and there's the removal spell. But at least he has to get rid of one of his guys to do it. He's drawing a card because he's missing lands. Oh no. Holy moly. I got 2 creatures and I can support them at instant speed. Thank you, Shuffler. Thank you, Lucky Plains and Lucky Forest. Okay, now to prevent blowout from a removal spell, I'm going to go ahead and support both of them and double block the Ghoul Caller, just in case. That way, even if one of my guys dies, at least the Ghoul Caller still dies. Oh my. Holy, he's coming in for 4. Okay. Fine then. We'll just instant speed support and then support next turn. Again, I probably should have support and draw the card first, but it was Lucky Plains, man. Lucky Plains. 4-3 in Legak. Now here's the question. Do I race? I can swing 6, he goes to 14, I go to 8, and then next turn I can swing 8 and he'll go to 6, and I have a Legak to chump block, but he'll most likely remove it. He's got a whole bunch of red removal. Let's be greedy, yo. Overly putting him on a back foot through damage, applying pressure, and missing land drops. Maybe we can get lucky, put him on tilt, get a good top deck. Again, going for the high risk, high reward play here. While faking on a combat trick. Whew. Being able to put pressure has caused him to keep him back on block. Right! Let's Legak it up. Shabam! Now we're opening ourselves up to if he runs Oblivion Strikes, but his red damage can't hurt me. Well, Fiery Axe can still do it. Got a combo burn spell. He does. Fake it. Now if I did have this spell here instead of the Inspector, I'd probably save it for the Legak. Who knows what he can do with haste or anything. Ugh. Okay, fair enough. Okay, if I crack a clue here, I can play both the Thraben Inspector and a rock. Let's put pressure on him first. Make him chump block. Don't let him know what I have in my hand. Keep using the pressure to keep him responsive. Hold initiative. Boop. Crack a clue. Woven Wilds. Can still do everything. Lucky Forest. Because I'm still superstitious here. I need good top decks. Alright. Pass the turn. Got a good defense. He stumbled on land. We can do this. What you got? Show me what you got. Discards a Vulturous Haven. This is one of his only air blockers. Things are looking good. I found myself likely to tilt in extreme emotional situations. Not just losing, but sometimes I can get distracted by winning. Focusing too much on trying to just push everything forward and attack, not thinking about cards he might have in his hand. With only 3 mana, or only 1 mana available, it's kinda difficult for him to do anything at this point. Needs debating. And there it is. It says good game. Well, thank you guys for coming to this one. We got the win. That was round 2 of SPDC with Selesnya Air Support. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. Tune in again for more Proxy the Power.